Welcome to Small Business Stories, part of Campaign Shop Independent. Each week we will be going behind the scenes of small businesses from across the country, from studios, high street shops and kitchen tables, bringing to life the magic of small businesses and the stories collected along the adventure of being a founder. Thank you to our small business supporters NatWest, 3, Dell, Royal Mail and Pinterest. This week we meet three brilliant founders, Calypso from the Institute, Kristal, the founder of Sparkle Child, and Rebecca, creator of the Honeywell Biscuit Co.
My name is Calypso Rose and I'm founder of the Institute. The Institute is an experience gift company. Most of the experiences are in London, so it's a bit like Virgin Experience Days, except for small and quirky and all curated. We started off this year and it was going to be a mega year. We were 140% up on the year before. And then end of March, pandemic, we literally went from doing really well to doing nothing. I mean, nothing on the website for like 2-3 days, didn't sell a thing. The day lockdown hit, we already had a plan of doing lots of live experiences. Worked with all our partners that we had on the Institute and we took them live. We were the first people to do a pub quiz and oh my God, I've never worked so hard. I said to the team, we can't keep this pace up. I mean, we were all broken. We just couldn't. And we weren't making a penny. It was a challenge. But I think I love a challenge. When everything's going really well, I get a bit bored. So as soon as things go, oh my God, disaster strikes, I'm like, yes, we can do this. Lots of the people we worked with, I started speaking to them and we started working together to put kits together. That saved us, I mean, totally saved us. Home kits, all the way. And funnily enough, Facebook ads have always worked for us for experiences and Instagram has never worked. But that all turned around with the home kits because I think Instagram is very much product-based. I've been in giftware business for about 20 years and I would probably say 19 of those Christmases have been a real slog. And I think last Christmas was the first time that we were smiling on Christmas Day because we'd made money. We outsourced a lot of the packing and that helped us survive Christmas because otherwise it can kill you. The greatest lesson that I've ever learnt is learning to let go. I ran Clippy Kit for 10 years and I probably should have done it for 5 or 6 and it just wasn't making me happy. And the Institute makes me happy. I worked out what I wanted from my lifestyle and how I wanted my next business to be. And that's what I created with the Institute. And I think it's really important to be happy with your business.
I'm Kristal, the founder, creator and sparkle artist of Sparkle Child London. At Sparkle Child, we make beautiful, very sparkly products for children and adults and for the home. So my studio is here in London Fields. It's in my house, my living room, and it all happens from here. So 2020, oh my God, 2020, what a crazy year it has been. I was coming through a lovely winter, a lovely restful period, and business was starting to ramp up again. Then it hit. The kids were at home. My husband was upstairs working from our bedroom. It was absolutely crazy. And I saw my online sales surge. And within 24 hours, I had sold as much as I would normally sell in a 1-month period. And I thought, this is it. This is really great. Rainbows and sparkles are on trend. This is my moment. And I worked really hard. I worked when the kids went to bed. I worked in the morning before they got up for their day of school. And then I looked at the children sitting around the table and I realised that I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it all. We had to adapt really quickly. So I put a stop on the order books. I put messages on the website saying, order books are now full, please bear with us whilst we catch up. I changed some of the packaging and I made some of the products postbox ready so I could take them just to the postbox, which was a wonderful moment of realising that I don't have to go to the post office. That's probably the biggest piece of advice I can give to small businesses over this Christmas period is give yourself time, be realistic about what you can and can't do, and make sure that you can shut down to enjoy this period yourself. So last Christmas, my assistant, as an amazing Christmas gift to me, signed me up for the drop and go service at the post office, which means that I don't have to stand in the queue, the really long post office queue. But what I hadn't anticipated is the queue being as long as it is, and the various people in the queue getting really upset with this person jumping the queue. That was me. So I started to feel really anxious, anticipating the various people in the queue that were going to say, "Excuse me, miss, there's a queue." I was like, oh my goodness me, this is really frightening. So I started bribing my husband with coffee and ham and cheese toasties through the day so that he would do the post office run for me. I'm totally obsessed with sparkles. Sparkle Child, that was my nickname. I'll probably always be Sparkle Child, I guess.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Depending on when you're listening and watching this, I hope you and your family are safe and well. Whew! Small business owners, what a year this has been. It has been unbelievable. We've had some twists, some turns, some ups, some downs. It's just been crazy. But one thing I like to say to all of the small businesses, and that's including myself, is to keep on going. The race is really, really long, and we're not doing a Usain Bolt here. We're not sprinting to get a 100-meter dash and that's it. This is more like a Mo Farah. So it's more like a marathon. We're going to take our time. But the one thing I love about being a small business is that you're able to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And I think that's the motto that we should all be taking forward. It's a case of looking at what the future has for us and planning how to get there. And sometimes that I know what we're dealing with is very uncertain times. But if you keep going, and I guarantee you, if you keep going, small businesses will continue to take over this country. And I think that's the way we started, and it should be the way that we begin. We start in the middle and then get to the end. It's one of those things where I really enjoy the creativity of small businesses. I love people just doing things differently. So you've got the big companies, they do what they do. It's very corporate and very impersonal to some extent. But us small businesses is very, very personal. And it's very dear to our hearts because it's our business. We love it. We enjoy it. We get up early in the morning. If you're anything like me, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, ready to rock and roll. And I have this burst of energy because I know it's all down to me. And I just want you guys to know that in this group of small businesses, this kind of community, we are here to support each other. So if you need help, you know who to contact. There's that lovely lady, Holly, and she is doing some great things. So keep strong, shoulders up, and get ready to walk like you've got somewhere to go, because we all got somewhere to go. You take care. Bye-bye.
I'm Rebecca and I'm the founder of Honeywell Biscuit Co. We have a small business selling hand-iced biscuit gifts and baking kits. I think the year in general it's uncertainty has been the hardest thing. We obviously started the year hearing about COVID-19 but thinking it was somewhere far away and wasn't going to affect us too much. We were growing and we were quite busy already. We tend to have very busy Christmases. So we decided at the beginning of the year that we'd take on a new building. Took that over on the 1st of March. And then of course, 23rd, we were told, stay at home. We were unsure what was going to happen, how long we were going to have to shut for. I did panic. I was obviously thinking we've just taken on this new building, the rent's more than doubled. I'm also responsible for 12 people paying their mortgages at that point. So it was a big panic and a big stress, but having the new building actually meant, luckily we had the space to come back in a spread out way. And so after about a week, we brought back half the team and we pared the range back. And we had the busiest Easter we've ever had. I think people were at home, obviously couldn't visit their family, but we did that with a team of 4 people, and normally we would have had 12. And the reason we could do that was that we just did a core range of about 10 products and just made loads and loads of them. Christmas is one of the craziest times of the year for any small business, but we feel that having had the lockdown, put some measures in place and some changes that we've done, that we should be better off this Christmas, hopefully. The biggest lesson I think we've learnt this year coming out of lockdown is learning to say no. Instead of all the smaller bespoke orders, we've put time into development of products, which then means that everybody can buy these products. So that's a better way to spend the time.
Thank you for watching and being part of Campaign Shop Independent. Please do share our message to support small this Christmas far and wide. And thank you again to our small business supporters, NatWest 3, Dell, Royal Mail and Pinterest.